This is the last neck video that you will ever need to watch. We will work our way through every single piece of information that you need to know to achieve a thick neck. There are 3 areas of the neck that you need to target to have a fully developed neck. These areas of the neck are the front side, the back side and the sides. So let's take a look at which exercises you should use for each area of the neck. But before we do that, I need to tell you something. There is a lot of different ways to build your neck, like for example using a neck harness or the iron neck. But I'm pretty sure that 99% of you at home right now don't have any of these contraptions. That's why in this video our main focus will be on exercises that don't require any additional fancy equipment. So let's take a look at the exercises for each area of the neck. For the front side of the neck, you will do a neck curl. For the back side of the neck, you will do a neck extension. And for the sides of the neck, you will do either a neck rotation or lateral neck flexion with a plate. The neck rotation can really be done with a weight plate, so it's a good starting exercise. And once you get stronger, you can switch from the neck rotation to the lateral neck flexion, where you can easily add a plate to it. But more on that later. So these were the exercises that you should do. But wait a minute, there is one more type of exercise I still didn't mention, and that is neck bridges. Remember when you saw that guy in the gym that was just rolling on the floor and you thought that he was possessed by a demon? Well, turns out he was just training neck. Neck bridges can be really effective, but they are the exact opposite of beginner friendly. Neck bridges are mostly done by combat athletes and very advanced lifters. And that's because they can be extremely dangerous when done incorrectly. And even if you do them correctly, you might run into some issues with your neck years later, so I would just recommend not doing neck bridges at all. Yes, neck bridges can be very effective for building your neck, but that doesn't mean it's a must-do exercise. You can still build a massive neck without ever doing a single neck bridge. In my opinion, the risk factor of the neck bridge is so high that it's just simply not worth it for most of the people. Because the neck is the part of the body you definitely don't want to mess up. Alright, now that you know which exercises you should do, let's take a look at how many times per week you should train your neck and also how many sets and reps you should do. But before we do that, please always stretch out your neck before doing any neck exercises. Do a couple of neck rolls or something similar to make sure that you won't get hurt. This is a very important step, so don't skip it. You will start training your neck only using body weight at first. So please leave your ego out of this. Even if you are very strong on other lifts, it simply does not transfer to neck training. You will see that using just your body weight will be more than enough when you are just starting out. And when your neck gets stronger, you can add additional weight, which you can do by putting a weight plate on your forehead. When you get to this stage, I recommend using a beanie or putting a towel on your forehead to make it more comfortable. Alright, so this is how the neck routine will look like. You will pick one exercise for each area of the neck. So if you are just starting out, you will pick the neck curl for the front side, neck extension for the back side and neck rotation for the sides of the neck. You will do 3 sets for each one of those exercises. So there is 9 sets in total per workout. And when it comes to the reps, you will try to do at least 15 reps in each set and work your way up to 30 reps for every set on every exercise. And over time, after you achieve 30 reps on all 3 sets for that exercise, you add weight and repeat the same cycle as before. So for example, if you did 3 sets of 30 reps on the neck curl, then the next time you train your neck, you will put a 5-pound plate on your forehead and try to reach 30 reps on all of your sets again. This is how you can pretty much infinitely progress. The limit here is 2 45-pound plates, because you can't really hold more than that in your hands. But you don't need to worry about that, because reaching this milestone will take you years of hard work. Throughout your neck building journey, you can just use the same exercises all the way, except for the neck rotation. You should replace it with the lateral neck flexion. And that's because it's not really possible to load the neck rotation. But if you find the lateral neck flexion movement pattern really weird and you strongly dislike it, you can still keep doing the neck rotation. But you have to make it difficult in some other way, when you are not able to add more weight to it. So for example, you can try pausing for a second when you fully rotate your head to each side, or you can just increase the reps over 30. That could also apply to all the other neck exercises if you want to do them at home but you don't have any weight plates, which means that there are basically 2 ways in which you can progress. The first way is all about going from at least 15 reps all the way to 30 reps and then adding additional weight and repeating the cycle. And the second way is more about just increasing the reps instead of adding additional weight. So you could, for example, start with 3 sets of 30 reps for each exercise and then increase to 40 reps for each exercise, and so on. Both of these ways are good. It's up to you which way you want to go. Now let's take a look at how many times per week you should train your neck. I would say that the minimum would be 2 times per week, but your neck can handle much more than that. I would say that you should train your neck after you feel fully recovered from your previous neck session. Definitely don't do another neck workout when your neck is still sore from the last one. Listen to your body. That's the main takeaway here. You can theoretically train your neck every day, but the maximum amount that I would recommend is 6 workouts per week, but you have to be really advanced for that. For most people, I would recommend roughly 2 to 4 neck workouts per week. Now let's go over the technique, because that's probably the most important thing you need to know about training your neck. If you don't want to mess yourself up, you should only move the weight with your neck. Don't let your abs or hands take over. It's a neck only movement, not a crunch or a bicep curl. What you also need to keep in mind is that you don't want to go to the absolute extreme ends, so don't go extremely far back and forward. Use the natural pathway of your neck. And most importantly, go in a controlled manner. Remember that you are training neck, so be careful. I know that a lot of people experience some kind of dizziness when they start training their neck for the first time. But that's completely fine. Your body is just not used to this kind of movement. So if you start training your neck for the first time, you can expect to feel a little dizzy and even feel like you have a sore throat. But over time, it will get better. It's like with any other body part that you train for the first time and then you get extremely sore after that. So don't get discouraged by all of this. Start slow and let your body adapt to it. All of that will be worth it once you achieve that thick looking neck. It will completely transform your appearance. So if you are still debating if you should train your neck or not, I would definitely say yes, go for it. You will be able to start seeing results very quickly. Your neck can become noticeably thicker in just 1 month of training it. So if you want to look way more jacked, you know what to do. Well, that's all you need to know about training neck. And if you want to learn more about bodybuilding, check out my website where I have tons of free resources prepared for you that will simplify your bodybuilding journey. So what are you waiting for? It's just that simple. And as always, a big thanks to all the supporters on my Patreon. Did you like this video? Then you will for sure like this one too.